Hi everyone, I'm back with another video, and this time around I'm going to do something a little bit different and talk about mindfulness. If you're used to watching my videos where I talk about books, don't worry, I will make another booktube video soon. But for today, I'd like to share my mindfulness journey with you all in the hopes that at least maybe one of you will consider starting a mindfulness journey of your own. So without further ado, let's get started. First, let's define mindfulness. Now, this can be a bit tricky because I think that mindfulness can encompass so many different things. But the simplest definition that I can give you is the act of being aware and fully present. What you're being aware of can change. It can be your breath, it can be your footsteps, the food that you're eating, whatever. But the act of being aware and 100% focused on it is in itself mindfulness. For me, I found that mindfulness is the only effective tool that I have where I can actually enjoy my life and live it and not be swept up by the drama of it. I'll go into that more in depth later, but for now, let's just go into my mindfulness journey. In June of last year, I attended a mindfulness workshop that my yoga studio was hosting. After the two instructors went over what mindfulness was and their own personal experience on their journey, we were led through different mindfulness exercises. The first mindfulness exercise that we did was a sitting meditation. And our job was to just focus on our breath. To help us concentrate on our breath, we would recite the mantra, or the gatha, whatever. Breathing in, I know that I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I am breathing out. In, out. And so we would repeat that to ourselves inwardly over a period of 5 to 10 minutes. If we found that our thoughts were elsewhere or we would lose our focus, like for me, every time I do this mindfulness exercise, I always catch myself making to-do lists. Like I'm always like, okay, I gotta do groceries, I gotta get some quarters for the laundry, and that's fine. If you found yourself losing focus, you would just acknowledge your monkey brain and then just bring your focus back to your breath. And that was practicing mindfulness. What I found by doing this, and not just for the workshop, but over the course of my entire mindfulness journey, is that it doesn't matter what I'm going through. I can be stressed out at work, I can be going through a fight with my boyfriend, I can be struggling to pay bills, whatever. It doesn't matter because at that precise moment in time, my job and my only job is to be focusing on my breath. So that was the sort of takeaway I got by doing these mindfulness exercises. I was so amazed by the mindfulness workshop that I just had to find other ways that I can get involved. I looked up different mindfulness groups on the internet and I found a sangha in my area that was specifically targeted to adults in my age range. A sangha is basically a group of people that meet regularly to practice mindfulness and meditation. I've been going to the same sangha for almost a year now, and I absolutely love it. Through my sangha, I've met so many cool people and people who I feel like I connect more with than friends that I've known for years. Each sangha is different, but I think most, if not all, have a sitting meditation, a Dharma talk, which is where you learn something or something is shared with you that sparks some sort of reflection on your meditation or mindfulness journey. And then finally, there's the Dharma Sharing part, which is where everyone has an opportunity to share what's on their heart with the rest of the group. The Dharma Sharing part of course, was very important for me because I was going through a lot. I had just left my boyfriend, and not only was I dealing with the trauma of leaving an abusive relationship, but at the same time, I had to find a new place to live. And then also dealing with a new position that I had just received at work. So all of this was sort of going on. And because I was going to sangha every week, and practicing those mindfulness techniques that I first learned at that workshop, I was able to successfully navigate through that very tumultuous time. And just so you know, sangha isn't just for people who are going through a rough time. It's almost been a year now, and I am in a completely different place than I was when I first joined my sangha. So when I'm going to sangha, I'm not in that same crisis mode that I was in when I first started going, but now it's just a time for me to strengthen my practice and basically hang out with friends. I think it's very important to note that when I'm going through hard times, it's really easy for me to stay on top of mindfulness and meditation because I'm just really desperate and I need something to keep me sane. When I skip out on sangha or I skip out on, practicing mindfulness, it's during those times where I once again am swept up in some stupid life drama. Like, oh my gosh, this thing happened at work and I feel like my whole world is ending. When really, if I had just stayed on top of it, I could look at the situation and sort of observe it and not be swept up in it. So that's it. That is my mindfulness journey in a nutshell. I've been going to sangha for almost a year now, and just recently, last month, I went on a meditation retreat, and a lot of the people from my sangha were there, and that was really cool, and it has strengthen my solo practice even more. I'm so thankful for being on this journey and thankful for everyone who's helped me. And I really feel as though I don't know. I'm just really happy about it. And I'm just so happy about it that I want to share it with you all. So if you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment below. And if you like what you saw here today, feel free to like and subscribe. But until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.